Alright folks, welcome back to Grand Cathay. Your Salt Dragon's here to guide you through another episode of Mayhem. Hope you all are ready for it. I know I am. I'm ready to play it. We'll see whether or not I'm ready to actually face it. Speaking of, when I hit the turn end in order to save my game, Grimgor made an underground move and our army intercepted him. Fighting this would not be advisable. They would bulldoze our front line pretty darn easily. And stopping Grimgor, I mean, he could easily chop through both of my Sentinels and my Lord all at once, like, no problem. I mean, just look at the stats here. It's bananas. And on top of that, like, he's got 15% ward save. He's got a potion of healing. I mean, yeah, that's not going to happen. We would have to have a significantly more powerful force to pull that off. So, we're not going to intercept him, as much as I would love to kill Grimgor. It looks like he's made a move to a new position. We'll see whether or not we are in striking distance of him with both of our armies. In the meantime, and if you hear some noise going past, it might be a snowplow. They're running through, getting all the sleet off of our streets. It looks like the vampires foolishly fell for one of our ambushes, so that's good to see. Always appreciate them feeding our treasury and also feeding my pride. There's going to be no replenishment. It says no replenishment, but it's going to actually replenish those troops, at least in the first army, so I'm going to do that. There's many more vampire armies nearby. This is exactly what I expected, was a follow-on attack. And I have all three of my armies available to me. The vampires are going to have, it looks like, 1, 2, 3, and a raggedy fourth. So yeah, it says that the casualties would be medium from this. I think we should probably handle this one personally. I don't think we're going to have a lot of issues beating these vampires down. There are a lot of knights and other units. I mean, we could auto-resolve this just to make this faster, but that auto-resolve might result in the loss of many of my units in a lot longer times. I think we can just take them. Let's double check something real quick though. Let's scout out the terrain, just make sure we know what we're getting into. It's pretty clean terrain for an operation. Our reinforcements look like they're likely to come from this position. If it's going to work properly, you never know. So let's go take a look. Alright folks, battle's underway, but there's going to be a pretty good wait period here. The vampires are going to wait for the reinforcing armies, as is our first reinforcing armies will arrive round about the same time, and it looks like Miao Ying is going to be our first reinforcing army, and I'm pretty okay with that. I mean, the Crane Gunners could have been a good entry as well. However, it's going to be fine if Miao Ying shows up first, because he's a powerful melee character, and then we also get the Tigers, which could help, more Sentinels, more rockets. So plenty of stuff that's going to be useful to us. So let's let Miao Ying get on scene here. I'm just going to go ahead and set up another defensive position here. And then I can take this unit and I'm going to put more defenses to the rear of our position. So that should leave me in good shape. Let's take our Tigers. And I'm going to have the Tigers ready to defend that artillery position over there. And then let's take our crossbows, get them in a nice position here. I've got additional halberds, and I'll bring those in for reinforcements along the main line, behind my sword units. I may even place them in front of the sword units if I'm given enough time to do so. Let's see, looks like I have yet another halberd unit here. That's perfectly good. Place it back here in the back. Just make sure everybody's moving. It gave me my additional Lord here as well, which I'm not 100% certain that we really needed at the moment.
I stand ready. Warriors.
I'm gonna put another unit there. Okay. Everybody's moving into position.
The heavens await.
I think I have 2 war compasses, which means a lot of bound spells. This map's not ideal in terms of layout, but
the celestial faithful move as wind.
It'll work. Okay, so we've initially opened fire here.
Dragon God, seeking
reposition a few of these crossbows to help protect the flanks. Got some initial spells coming in on me. Probably would have been nice to have the additional artillery early in this fight, but we did not receive it. Alright, so I'm just kind of keep an eye on this situation here. Reposition those crane gunners a bit. We need to target this zombie dragon. And then I'm going to intercept these X-Wraiths. Alright, everybody is basically in position. I've got crossbows firing away over here. Oh gosh, I see a lot of friendly fire happening. Let's correct that. So I'm going to target my rockets much further down range. There's going to be a lot to manage here, like a whole lot to manage here. Bring that dragon down, please. Bring him down before the breath attack, please. Before the breath attack, please. Of course not. Okay, we did bring him down, though. I need to make an intercept here on those Vargeist. And try and take them out. I'm going to need reinforcements in this vicinity here as well. This guy is out of position. He needs to come back towards my main line.
My mind is ready.
Okay, let's take a look at our war compasses, try and start getting some work done. First of all, let's summon some help there. And let's see where we can be effective. Okay, war compass. Let's buff these guys. Let's drop one over here to help out. We've got a huge amount of magic available to us. Let's convert our dragon over. Holding very strong on this flank. Let's get that taken care of. Wow, we are getting some very heavy damage in this vicinity here. Mortis engines, okay. That might be our undoing there. Let's get rid of some of these units. I really need these units to start responding and stop this nonsense where they won't extricate themselves from a fight. It's getting really irritating, losing. Do I have any spell? Trying to protect that unit, but it's not working. I need my... Like, I just dumped a big comet all over that fight, and I still can't get this unit out of that fight. Like, it just will not pull back. Please, get out of the fight. Okay. There is a whole heck of a lot going on, and it's getting very difficult to keep track of. Alright, I need my dragon. Let's come over here. Okay, I did manage to get my sentinel out of that fight alive, which is probably miraculous. I do say so myself. We did not end up with additional sentinel reinforcements, unfortunately. That curved and ended up hitting quite a few of my own units, so that was not ideal for us. I need to calm the rockets down. They've really gone nuts with the ammunition. We have more reinforcements headed in. I'm gonna hang on to some of that ammo. What all do we have going on here? It's a Banshee we're trying to stop. Oh my gosh, so many vampire reinforcements. They've just pulled through my line over here. That's an annoying thing that the AI does frequently. So yeah, they just did a big pull through. We really need... There's so much to manage here that I can't even begin to keep track of it. Getting really irritated with them just shoving through my lines, though. Let's take that guy out. Where's all my Longma? Try and get my Longma back in the air to get ready to dive down on that Terrorgeist. We got some good shots on it initially. We're collapsing in the middle, which is really irritating. So I'm going to bring some additional reinforcing troops up to the middle because the AI is just diving through my units and going for broke.
For Cathay! Restore your banner! Sorcery incoming! Beware!
Stone and steel!
Okay, we just lost that unit, so that's not great. I didn't do a good job of taking their leaders out of the fight initially, so let's do better. Alright, looks like we finally got rid of that Blood Knight that was giving us the pull-through shenanigans, but that also means I'm going to now have to get my guys back up into position. That Blood Knight still won't crumble. It's fighting down to the last unit. Alright, I'm going to get Gorst. I'm going to have to get Miao Ying out of this. Or Xiao Ming, sorry. Okay, Gorst is down. Let's take on the corpse cart. Terror guys just got back in the air, so let's mob it.
This way! Crane gunners!
And let's use our crane gunners to take out Victor back there. I need this crossbow to fall back to a safer position. I'm gonna go ahead and transform and get ready to use some.
It pleases the dragons. Restore order.
Okay, so we're going after that corpse cart. Do I still have a rocket battery online? I do. It's a weak one. Okay, I've got reinforcements. Let's start pulling them this way.
Rocket battery!
Start firing into those reinforcements there. Can we not kill a Terrorgeist? I mean, it's totally surrounded. Completely outnumbered. I don't remember Terrorgeist having really spectacular armor or anything either.
Dragon God. Shenyan's faithful.
Okay, did we transform here?
Power of the
Got some magic over there.
Jade
Reinforce these gaps in our line. Alright, we've got units headed for the flanks. Let's pull these units back to safety. Terracotta Sentinel needs to pull in over here. There we go. Don't waste your ammo, crossbows. Use it well. Let's get Xiao Ming in on that fight. Do I have a fresh Sentinel? Yeah, I have one that's taking like 10 years to move over here. Sweet. I need
Stone and steel. Fury of
to go after these units.
Summon the wind.
We're gonna need reinforcements over here. We're getting swamped, and I'm gonna need.
In Father's name.
I've got a recharge going down. I really need final transmutation over here. Got a black coach all up in that fight. It's not great. How did we not manage to kill this Terrorgeist? Like, just the fight suddenly stopped occurring. Let's get rid of that Mortis engine. Let's drop some massive damage here. So this fight's not going quite as swimmingly as I would have liked it to. But I'll get us a victory here in just a moment. There we go. That's going to help. We got rid of the Mortis engine. Let's start mowing down some of these incoming reinforcements. Let's give our crane guns some orders. There's a lot to manage in a fight like this, and the AI is going to obviously get the advantage of that because they can manage everything at once, and you can manage only so many things at once depending on your skill level, and mine obviously not terribly high here, or else I probably would have been doing a little better. Okay, those last Graveguard are going to go, but we did get ourselves a victory. I think we avoided any really egregious losses. Now, this would be the time where I hope the vampires aren't packing like 10 more armies behind those, and they very well could be. Let's take a look through to see what, if anything. I mean, we lost some swordsmen. Not super surprised about that. I managed to save my sentinels, which is the key thing here, because they take considerably longer to replenish. So, there we go. So the vampires fell back. I'm in my own territory, so I'll continue to replenish well. They're not going to attack anymore in this turn, which means that we will have gotten the better of that engagement. Now, whenever that event happened where it resummoned all these armies for the Caravan of Blue Roses, they ended up having significantly stronger units available to them. And so by killing those units, it's possible that we're robbing them of the ability to re-recruit them. There are a lot of factors that go into that, though, because the vampires do have Raise the Dead, which is a very real factor. I don't know why this army has 19 units. We need to correct that. Archaon has sieged us again. This time, the auto-resolve says it will give me a victory if only I pay it all of my halberds. That is a pretty high price it's trying to exact of me. And that cost may be accurate, but I feel like we can definitely beat Archaon here. Say that. I mean, our 2 Sentinels are going to have to focus on him. We do have to deal with those chariots. I'm going to go ahead and fight this one and see if I can stop this, because that does take time to recruit from somewhere, and I'd rather not have to re-recruit all those halberds, especially with more armies looming in the distance, so let's fight the battle. I'm ready to kick off the battle. I'm going to initially target the Hell Cannon with both my rocket batteries. The Hell Cannon will be in range of my infantry and other targets, and it looks like they are targeting my Jade Warrior crossbows. I'm going to spread this unit out a little wider and try and make it take a little less damage. Let's hope our rockets guide straight and true, because we need to take their Hell Cannon out very quickly. It's taking a different shot now, so the Hell Cannon's now targeting my other crossbow. Spread out nice and wide. And I'm going to try and minimize that damage.
It is fated.
We got a second volley off. We're taking a chunk out of the Hell Cannon. Pretty soon, Chaos is going to realize that they have to come to us. And then our situation's going to change a little. Where's that shot coming?
Defenders of Cathay.
Spread out, spread out, spread out, spread out, spread out. Oh, gosh.
Move in formation.
Okay, we're down to about 50%. Hell Cannon. Getting some inadvertent hits on some Doom Knights. Oh my gosh, look at that. Like 30% of a unit health from one hit. We're at the extent of our range. That's gonna hurt. No, it actually missed. Okay, so we've basically stopped the Hell Cannon at this point. They're almost out of options. Yeah, there we go. That did it. That hit probably stopped it. Alright, Hell Cannon's done. I'm going to target these Chosen of Khorne with dual weapons. That's going to force Archaon's hand. He is going to start unleashing all kinds of magic all over us, and in this relatively tight defensive formation, it's not going to be pretty what's going to happen to us. Our rockets are not scoring many hits, and I'm kind of getting irritated here. They're not even firing at the right general position at the moment, so I'm not really sure what's causing that. We need to keep an eye on Archaon and sick our Sentinels on him. Our Sentinels are going to be pretty key to help pulling him down. Time to reposition these crossbows to look at the flanks and chop down those units coming along our flanks. Yep, here comes the first bombardment. That's going to probably halfway delete one of my units. Not exactly shocked. Here comes another bit of magic from Archaon. Big turning head right through us. He is an absolute mess to deal with. I hate Archaon. Like, he's almost as annoying as Skaven when it comes to dealing with him now. Those Doom Knights should go down relatively fast. They're going to go straight for my crossbows. I'm not exactly shocked. I've got 2 Sentinels on Archaon. Here comes a Summoners of Rage ability here momentarily. I'm going to really stack this fight as best I can. Pull back from that. Let's not take that, and let's debuff Archaon. We're doing no damage to Archaon. He still has a barrier up right now.
Warriors.
Okay, let's take these crossbows, focus fire, bilious thundergruff. We're continually taking just absolutely brutal bombardments right now. Is there a good spot for me to drop this? I think we got rid of the Khorne dual weapons, though. I mean, if there's any silver lining here. My sentinels are getting absolutely trucked at the moment. I'm gonna try and get them out of there, but we all know how that goes, so... And that just deleted my own unit as much as it stopped another. Let's bring in reinforcements. There comes that Summoner of Rage ability that I was looking forward to.
For the moon, dragon. Fight as one.
Let's get in here. Did we at least get rid of Bilious Thundergruff? No, Bilious is still going strong despite taking fire from a lot of crossbows. And it looks like both my sentinels managed to escape by the skin of their teeth. I was thinking fighting this might be better for us. It's probably going to turn out to have been worse. They've managed to have used all my rockets. More bombardments from Archaon. We need to start transferring these troops over. Thundergruff is finally gone. Let's go for... I had targeted that Chosen of Khorne with dual weapons with my units, but apparently they just ignored my orders. And it came up here completely untouched. That's always good to see. It's like, you give an attack order, and your troops are just like, no, you know what, I'm gonna change targets. just gonna not take your orders there. Oh, that might actually kill my unit here. Our best bet to get rid of Archaon, and we don't really have a good bet to get rid of Archaon, is to just get rid of literally all the chaff that's in his army, and then we're going to have to fight him individually, which I'm certainly not looking forward to. Let's give attack orders on all of our crane gunners. It looks like he's working his magic right now on one of my key units. And we've got this unit of the Chosen of Khorne here we've got to get rid of too. Alright, see, he's starting to want to rout now. See, this is why you all have seen me avoiding a fight with Archaon like the plague. And it's because he is the plague. He's terrible. Like, look at all the missiles I'll shoot him. It won't damage him. He's got tremendous missile resistance. He's got huge ward save. Like, you just can't damage him. Like, I mean, he is a pain in the butt. Look at that. 15 ward, 10 physical, and 25 missile. And he's got a barrier. And he's got 147 armor. And he's got 93 melee defense. The guy's near untouchable. You saw him and his goons easily hold off 2 sentinels with the magic rolling in. So anyway, that's why I've been avoiding a fight with him. I mean, you would need like a Sword of Cain equipped Tyrion or not Teclis, Vrog, like with the Sword of Cain or something like that to even have a prayer of going head to head with this guy at the moment. He is incredibly annoying to defeat. Defeating him's not easy. So we ended up taking heavy losses in that army. I probably should have just taken the auto-resolve because it probably would have been better ultimately. Maybe not, though. I mean, never mind. It's not that bad. It's mostly just my sentinels that are replenishing. So that certainly could have been much worse. So I will take what we get there. That's an acceptable position to be in. I've got a little bit of recruiting going on with Gotrek that was delayed because of these guys are going nowhere through our wall. These guys sieged us out here, which means they may not believe they can win. They are going to win, though, so I'm not sure. I'm just going to let them keep that siege then, because it'll wear them down and take more time where they can't assist as needed. The good news is I have reinforcements on the way. Miao Ying is going to be approaching the wall. I could actually stop off at Nangal and maybe do a little bit of recruiting. We've got to rebuild Nan Li. Apparently, I've never rebuilt it. Grimgor did go underneath us, and it looks like he has come out over here. And we can catch him now with both our armies, and I don't believe he can flee because he's underground. Yeah, and we're going to get the reinforcements there, so let's move into position for the attack. Grimgor is... Now, if you all... He can flee. How cute. He can be underground and flee. That's extraordinarily convenient for him, because now I cannot get both of my armies after him. Like, that is utter and complete garbage.
Like Qian's jungles.
And I am, like, literally just... Well, no, I actually can catch him here. Okay, I was about to get really pissed off. I don't think he should be able to flee if he's underground, right? He should get caught. We can't catch him. I thought we could. I moved that army up, and now I can't. So I'm going to have to move this army up to just make sure they're right next to each other. But that's also going to put me in now a tired position. But obviously Grimgor is going to run away from us. Sooner or later, the AI is going to do what AI does. They're going to attack a settlement. He'll get beat up from attacking the settlement, and then I'll turn around and kill him. So, I mean, that's pretty much how that story ends. We've seen it many times. I don't know where this army came from, and apparently they don't know why they're there. They're like, hey, let's go attack Cathay and move towards all these other armies, and then maybe not, we'll run away. Maybe this one saw our ambush and managed to, like, pull away. Or, no, this one may have been fleeing after that battle, possibly. Just based on the fact that it's already damaged. It may have been fleeing. So they're gone. Okay, so that's good. Some more armies dead. I like dead enemies. So we have significantly reduced our enemies here. Let's take a look at a few things. I'm really irritated that I can't get to Grimgor. Like, very irritated. Grimgor's only got 2 settlements and he's at strength rank 49, so he's on his last legs. The Caravan of Blue Roses had been up at like strength rank 1 or close to it, and yeah, now they're all the way down to 5. They still have 13 settlements though, so they do have a means of putting back together some potential power. But as I'm seeing like more and more of their armies here, they're starting to have less and less troops that are an actual threat to me. I'm just going to continue to... Can we continue to...
The Iron Dragon.
Alright, we're in view of another faction's army, so we cannot go into that stance there.
Dragon-blooded.
For 18, because I think we lost some swordsmen in that unit. Let's move these 2 armies to reinforce. The vampires are likely to just pull back from this. Like, they're probably not going to... Guess that's as close as we can get. Hopefully that's reinforcing range. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to chase these guys down. They're just going to flee. If I had to take a guess. No! Wow. They're stupider than I thought then. If I auto-resolve this though, are you going to kill off... I don't think they can kill off my sentinels because they've already healed for a turn. So yeah, we're going to get rid of all these vampires. Did we take anything egregious here? Nope, we did not. Okay, good. The replen's going to be pretty minimal. Almost no impact, so I'm just going to take the money.
They are no threats now.
Alright, so that got rid of several more vampire stacks. So the Caravan of Blue Roses is going to be even more deflated. I need to move back into our own territory, and now I can enter the ambush stance. I'm going to do the same thing here, so I'll have 2 armies waiting in ambush. This army actually needs to be the one in the camp stance, because they need to recruit. As far as what to recruit, I'm going to put a couple of Jade Warrior Halberds in their army. Okay, and then this army can swap over to the other stance. Alright, solid. This is good. So, let's see. We've finished Sure Aim. Do I have Eastern Fires here? I do with my rockets. What happens to the Sentinels if I buff them? Stone Gaze, so they get an extra 12 armor and 12% weapon strength. 12% weapon strength would be... I don't know what their base is, because it probably goes off their base. It would buff them up a decent bit.
Get out.
We've only got 10 skill points left, though. We might want to put some work into Zhao Ming himself. Like, Scarred Veteran can go a long ways there.
An extension of my
and let's get into here. Upgrade the Comets, and Earthing, Reserves, Conduit, Chain Lightning. Just start Doing everything we can for that character. He had a lot of skill points there.
Celestial ancestors.
3 here for this dragon-blooded Shugengen Lord. I'm not super worried about Quartermaster at the moment. Lightning Strike could end up coming in handy. And other than that, let's maybe run Power of Yin there.
It is mine by blood rights.
Scouting Specialist. Let's go to the next guys. Wind Harmony. And then let's do Specialist. Alright. And then we got one more set of troops here to upgrade. Wind Harmony, Range Discipline, Will of Dragons is leadership for everybody in a certain radius. We could go ahead and call on Lightning Strike here. I think that's probably a smart move. I'll drop the last point Quartermaster just because, even though it's not a huge deal at the moment. And then let's open up Wall of Wind and Fire.
Tool worthy of a dragon.
And the Commandant. Man, these War Compasses are not particularly strong units, but they do allow you to cause intense damage to infantry blobs. And I also think they provide magic attacks, if I remember right, which can be quite good against... They do provide magical attacks, so that's actually really good against ethereal units. So that has its benefits.
Natural authority.
Looks like on this one, we'll just go with Mentor or something. So there we go. So now we once again have a whole bunch of money. We're close to a turn end, and we probably need to spend said money. So let's do this. I'm actually in a harmonious balance at the moment, so if I do build any yin-yang buildings, then I need to properly balance it somewhere else. I've already got our income building here. Control and replenishment would probably be nice, and if I build it as a yin building, I need to make sure and go put a yang building up somewhere else. And I'm sure I have opportunities. I'm going to go ahead and do some of that work there. Nothing to do at Nangao. Let's go take a look over here. So I did a yin. Let's throw a yang building here. There we go. Just keep throwing some upgrades into that old Skaven territory. And it looks like I had both my armies headed towards the wall to help face chaos, which makes sense. I've got a lot of other armies positioned elsewhere. So we've maintained our yin-yang harmony. We're going to spend some money on some much-awaited building upgrades. We have many upgrades to be made. See, I've already got growth and income back here. So I probably should go for that Alchemist Tower. Which chain was it in? Right here, the Alchemist Tower. Local capacity, so let's build the Alchemist. I know I haven't been building many of those because I haven't been using balloons and stuff. There we go. I'm going to throw down a bunch of upgrades, so that's a lot of building upgrades that we've added in here, and I'll let those go. We'll be able to stay in balance. I'll go ahead and upgrade Kiang here as well, just because it's kind of close to this fight. So there we go. That should take care of most all the places that were begging for buildings and building upgrades. I mean, I don't know. I might have enough money to just do it all and still sit on a decent nest egg. If that's the case, then let's just do it. I mean, some of these are going to be pretty pricey. I definitely want to still have a decent chunk of a nest egg, but, I mean, I am feeling pretty confident right now. Wow, let's see how many of these tier 5 upgrades we gotta do. There we go. Do I have money for every building upgrade? We did. And we still have a decent chunk of income left. There we go. So some of you all are waiting. Oh, should I build that in the Red Waste, though? Probably. I mean, that may end up being a bad idea, but we'll see. Because I do have more armies headed to that vicinity. All right, I think that's going to be a pretty solid turn for us then. We've got Logistician we should focus on at the moment. Replenishment is utterly essential in terms of being able to get our armies right back into the fight. Let's increase mobility there. And folks, that's gonna do it for this turn. We've got max defense up at the walls right now. I'm gonna go back to the Dragon Emperor's Wrath, which is a pretty solid pick here, and I think that's gonna do it. We should be able to end this turn. We're gonna have some Lords Not Moved and outposts that I have not upgraded and don't care to. And other than that, there we go. Like every single building upgrade made, the vampires beaten down, Grimgor continues to slip away like a slimy worm, and our reinforcements are headed to the gates. So I think we are in pretty good looking position. I will see you all next time with another episode of the Miao Ying campaign. Hope you enjoyed it.